Our Father has also instilled in each of us a need for security. Now the Lord God had planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed. And the Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Genesis chapter 2, verses 8 and 9.
Security can be defined as confidence that you'll experience protection and relational warmth. Relational security represents those people with whom you feel at peace. Those whose affirmation helps you feel good about yourself. Just thinking about them brings you joy.
The two most common strongholds that rob Christians from experiencing this type of relational intimacy are fear and insecurity and rejection. These are often found in people who've grown up in homes where there was addictive or compulsive behavior. Under those conditions of constant apprehension, they never knew when the peace would be shattered.
Maybe your sense of security was destroyed because of a catastrophe, such as the death of a loved one or the sudden loss of financial stability.
Studies show that children of divorce and many adopted children have extreme difficulty experiencing relational security their entire lives.
The absence of secure relationship leaves people in a prison, an emotional concentration camp for years. They never seem able to draw close to other people in a way that they feel like they belong.
As a result, many in their relationship with God never trust that He can accept them unless they're doing something for Him. They may hide behind a lot of conscientious behavior by always being involved in activities.
What others aren't aware of is that these task-focused people are often driven by the need for recognition or success. There's an old saying, if you can't feel love, get recognition.
It's sad that so many look for recognition in order to compensate for their lack of relational security. These people fill all kinds of leadership roles in many faith communities today and are plagued by constant fear of failure that keeps them pushing to achieve. Their ungodly pursuit often destroys many relationships.
During Mike's 10 years in the Navy, he observed how destructive men who are besieged by a fear of failure can be. They're obsessed with such a need to succeed that they trample over everyone along the way. So years later at the retreat center, he created activities so that those who had a fear of failure could be identified and helped.
We'd play basketball, volleyball, and other group games. I'd be on one team and put one of our staff members on the other team. Without the other players recognizing what we were doing, we had a unique way of letting the score get close. If we were playing a game of 15, for instance, we'd make sure the score got 13-13.
The tied score incited those with a fear of failure to stop passing and hog the basketball. In volleyball, they'd stop setting others and spike the ball themselves. In each case, their fear of failure caused them to forget everyone else on their team and depend only on themselves.
After the game, we'd sit around and talk about how everyone felt. Those who feared failure were pained to hear what they'd done to everyone else on their team. When they recognized what their fear of failure did to their teammates and repented of their actions, something wonderful began to happen. Relational security could begin to develop.
We can assure you that relational security, both with God and with others, is the biblical glue that makes a sense of belonging real.